So in Halo 3, Sergeant Johnson is killed by 343 Guilty Spark near the end of the game. But for a brief moment, he is still alive after being shot by him. But is it possible to save him? Let's give it a shot! So in Halo 3, after Sergeant Johnson, Master Chief, and the Arbiter destroyed 343 Guilty Spark, this leads to a cutscene where you say goodbye to Johnson and he eventually dies. However, I've always wondered what would happen if Johnson weren't in this room at all. In Halo 3, the cutscenes are made in-game with characters. So, hypothetically, if we could eliminate Johnson from being anywhere in the normal cutscene, we can eliminate his death from the lore. Now, there is one problem with trying to do this. Right before Sergeant Johnson dies, his body is in an immobile state. No amount of grenades, explosions, beatdowns, anything will get him to be able to get out of this room. You literally cannot move him. Well, except there's exactly one method: teabagging.
You gay?
Am I gay?
Yeah.
Why would you only say this if I wasn't recording?
No, I'd say it anyways. I need to wish everyone a happy Lent and then not mention Ramadan at all. And then rage people into commenting about that.
And then how does that factor into me being gay?
I don't know. But engagement.
Guys, I'm on Willie Osso's show. You'll see this. Actually, you'll probably see this before it's posted. This is the prediction right here. When I go on Willie Osso's show, I'm going to have the lowest points and everybody's going to think I'm actually... Oh yeah, I guess we have to explain what we're doing. Guys, we are going in here and we're going to see if we can get Sergeant Johnson to go off the map after he gets shot by 343 Guilty Spark. And by killing Johnson and hitting him off the map, we will save Johnson. But the only way that you can move Johnson in this game while he's dead, or in dead form, is by teabagging him. So we're going to see if we can teabag him off the edge. We're going to save Johnson with our Johnsons.
Okay. I got a rocket. I got a fuel rod.
Bro,
Got no
wake up,
plan.
old man.
Oh, that ends the trick, guys. I killed him. Sorry. On the rings. Work.
So going into this, I have absolutely no clue whether or not Johnson can successfully be moved off the map. Once we got to the 343 Guilty Spark scene, we were ready to test this out, and our objective was to see if we could hit Johnson off the map, would that change the end cutscenes because his physical body is not where it's supposed to be. Like I said, Halo 3 cutscenes are shot live in the game, so they use characters and elements that are actually in the map. Now, I knew from years ago that you could physically move Johnson's body by crouching up and down on top of him, but I didn't know if this was actually enough to move him either forward, backwards, left, or right. Now luckily, when Johnson is about to collapse, you have to swap weapons with him, and that means that our weapon on the ground will be a point of reference to see if we are actually moving at all while doing this. After about 2 minutes, I was able to move Johnson's body about 2 feet, so we're working at about a rate of 1 foot per minute. I thought this would be faster if we had 2 people teabagging him at once, but then my brother died. Because I wasn't about to spend the next hour teabagging Johnson alone and developing carpal tunnel syndrome, I reverted to the last checkpoint so my brother could help me.
There's some peaceful advantage. Get hit by a bazooka.
Oh, f***. I just died. Don't tell me he's going to do it.
He didn't fire it. He was just holding the hammer. 3 hours later.
Shit.
Ouch. What?
He shoots the needler. He does seem to be moving a little bit. So I did officially confirm that you are able to move Johnson's body by teabagging. However, I had not figured out a methodology that would make this any faster than like 1 inch every 10 seconds. I tried just standing on the middle of him, but with every teabag, I wasn't even getting him 1 inch. I was wondering if there was a more effective location on Johnson's body to do the teabagging, and I found out that he inches much faster when you crouch directly onto his face. Just teabag him right in his face, he'll move. So unfortunately, on the 4th go-around, my brother died. This was before I discovered the teabagging Johnson's face to move him really fast methodology. Because I was moving at a faster rate, I figured I probably wouldn't need my brother to pull this off. Do you want back in for this?
Huh?
So do you want back in for this?
Absolutely not. You could probably kill that Sentinel. It's gonna blow you up.
I wish somebody would have told me that. Missed.
Idiot. Drop. That move him?
No, but we'll use this fuel rod as a reference point.
So I was putting him on. Oh, now we're gonna save him?
We're going to see if we can get him to go off the edge and disappear so that in the cutscene he's not even there.
Oh.
And if we just keep teabagging his face, he'll move forward, though my fingers are giving out.
I will tank. I will tank.
So you might be wondering to yourself, well, why didn't you just try to get Sergeant Johnson off the edge immediately to his left? Now, I had the same thought, but the problem with that is, when you teabag Johnson, he really only goes forward and backward. And in the first half hour of doing this, I couldn't find a way to get him to go left and right. So my goal was to get him through one of these small glass panel openings towards the center of the index room. If I could just line him up with this, I could probably squeeze him through the glass and drop him all the way to the pit below. Okay, we have gotten him like 6 feet past this fuel rod. So although my method of teabagging Johnson really quickly was working, it really wasn't working that quickly. And my fingies were cramping, so I had to have my brother take over. And when he took over, I noticed his approach was completely different. He was teabagging him very slowly, and Johnson seemed to have more vertical movement. Standing there.
Just head bobbing around. I don't like it. Why is he looking me in the eyes? Stop it.
You have to keep moving forward to his face to get him to keep moving forward. Just hit it. Here, watch how I do it.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay, your turn. My nuts are sore, dude. Wow, I really didn't expect this to work, but look at how far away we got from the fuel rod, which is where he was right next to. Could you imagine if you hit Johnson off the ground, it just unlocks all the barriers in this room?
Get a secret cutscene. Get the real cutscene. No one was brave enough to teabag Johnson. Yeah, so you don't. It only takes one moving forward.
Did you ever notice there's a halo ring in this?
Yeah.
I'm
Fuck me, right?
I'm
You're done, dude.
This is where the Shilt show goes to die and Willie Osso's show. And I'm going to tell him, first time I ever read your name, I thought it was Willie Fatso.
Hey, you got Shilt show and Willie Fatso here. Alright, how far do we get? It's pretty far.
Oh, jeez, dude. You almost fucked me with that.
I am the one who fucks.
You're just pecking at Johnson. You're just pecking him. Yo, fuck off.
You're doing too much work. You just gotta go a little smooch with your ball sack here and there.
He's kissing him. He's mushroom stamping him. So, jokes aside, it turns out that the slow teabagging of Johnson's face moves him at a much more rapid rate than doing it quickly. It's like the Master Chief and Arbiter have glue in their crotches. One crouch just lifts him up several feet into the air. And if you do it too quickly in succession, it interrupts the lift. So although Johnson wasn't that close to a ledge yet, we were getting the methodology to transport him, to throw him off the ledge, down pat. The real demon in this lobby, dude. In this COD lobby. They call me Slobby. And I pull out that shotty, put it on Johnson's face, double barrel, 2 nuts.
Double barrel.
Yo, I'm trying double barrel, Johnson. With the squirrel. Nutsack looking like a squirrel. Johnson, where are you going? Why are you... He's going left now. Okay, fuck off. Please. Focus on him. He's standing right next to you.
No, dude, I can't shoot him. He's on Twitter. Maybe saying something really important.
One really annoying element of trying to pull this off is 343 Guilty Spark. And it's not the fact that he constantly shoots you with a laser, it's the fact that he only shoots Master Chief. So the entire time that we were both doing this, my brother wasn't getting shot really at all. He was focused on me pretty much no matter where I was. And with a giant orange light in your eyes, it makes it kind of hard to focus on where you're going and doing it effectively. Why is he going, taking a left turn?
Because he's not right.
So because of the constant laser beam right in my eyes, I wasn't paying attention to where Johnson was going. Now my objective was to get him in the crack in the glass panel that you see just behind him, towards 343 Guilty Spark. However, I had been so head down with this for a couple of minutes that I didn't realize he had taken an entire left turn. Now, only the inside ring of this platform has those glass openings. The ones on the other sides, well, they have a very small glass crack, but not big enough for a human to go through. So we would have to get lucky and somehow just hope that Johnson got guided to one of these holes in the glass. We need to get him in this crack right here.
Dude, I'm not here doing crack. I gave it up for Lent.
Can you take over, because this idiot will not stop focusing on me no matter what.
The French toast, dude? Crack. Oh, crack.
See, there's a crack in the glass, like...
I've seen no crack. Right here.
Well, we just need to get him to a crack. But these inside platforms look like they have nice cracks to get him through. Dude, it looked like you just grabbed him by your nuts, picked him up, and then pulled him over a foot.
I did.
Ooh, you're pulling him to the right. Wherever you're doing right there, it's pulling him to the right.
Working?
Looks like it. Yep.
All right, you can... Where are you at? Are you dead?
No.
Oh.
See if you can bag him from the front and we can move him over. So it seemed like my brother was able to successfully move him slightly to the right towards the opening in the glass panel. However, when I tried to do this, I couldn't replicate it. I wasn't sure what exactly would get him to move left or right, but my thought was that if you went to one side of his body and started teabagging, he might go in that direction.
Staying alive, staying alive.
After watching my brother from an outside perspective to see if he was actually going towards the glass panel, I found that even though my brother was standing on the side of him, he was still just inching forward. Now, this wasn't ideal, but eventually we got him to the outer glass panel, where there is a small crack. Now, I didn't know if Johnson would be able to fit through this crack, but I was going to try anyways because we had invested half an hour into moving him, and we were thousands of crouches into this.
Look at you shocking him with defib.
My nuts? I got a pretty good flow to it. It's like he's like a waterbed that I'm just crouching up and down on.
He's getting sucked into your nuts is what's happening. He's just attracted. It's like a magnet.
It's like my grandma's waterbed, dude.
Waterbeds are awesome.
Every time Alex would move, I'll be like, what the hell? Am I drowning?
You should release an unmonetized edition where it's just 10 hours of you humping his face, just staying alive.
Just doing one full circle around this thing with Johnson's face. How is he, following the circle?
I don't know. They've gone over the edge now, so.
Come on, he is. Can he squeeze through this glass?
No.
Please, Johnson.
I think you need to take them all over here. I don't know, dude. My grenade can't go through that.
So we had a slightly, huge problem. This tiny crack on the outer glass, my brother figured out it's not even able to be penetrated with a grenade, which means there's likely no real opening for this. Now, my brother's suggestion was to try to move him to the other side of the inside ring to get him through one of the openings that we talked about earlier. However, we, like I said, had no control over Johnson. Just as we thought he was going one direction, he would go a completely different direction. Can't turn him. And because he was already so far back on the platform, we figured it might make sense, even though we had invested half an hour into this already, to restart to the previous checkpoint and try to get him off one of the initial ledges. I'm just dragging him across this wall. I don't think I can actually turn him over there.
I mean, our biggest chance was knocking him off the edge where we started at, but he wasn't going the right direction. So let's let you try a little longer because I like watching you suffer.
Well, I just have pulled him 3 window slots all the way across, and he's not moving.
Stand on.
Oh, so that was 40 minutes.
40 minutes already. Yeah.
So after restarting this, we quickly discovered that Johnson can be moved forward or backwards. Okay, if you teabag his crotch, he'll move towards the legs. If you teabag near his legs, he will move backwards. And if you teabag his face, he'll move forwards.
Sure, Grandma was so proud of us right now. Watch down from heaven. What are they up to? Oh my goodness.
They're hanging out with a black man?
Grandma's not a racist. He just didn't like Condoleezza Rice.
Okay, he has diverged closer to the edge.
I don't feel like he's moving to the edge.
I would say closing my eyes would help, but it doesn't. Because I can see the brightness of the screen through my eyelids.
Everywhere I go, I can see him.
Okay, replace me. We're getting pretty close, actually. He's turning real nice by humping his legs.
Dude, Elon's watching, dude. He doesn't want this to be done. Trying to stop you.
I just hit the f***ing wall, flying. It's all up to you.
You kidding me? Come on, dude.
Can't believe I ran into the f***ing wall.
I can. You're a failure. You're a nerd. A loser. Dude, he's shooting your body, not even shooting me.
I was gonna say, why does he keep missing you?
He hates you that. He's such a big hater, dude. He's just shooting you.
The demon!
I want to see what happens here.
Wow.
Chief, you weren't supposed to die at this section.
Didn't program it so it attacks both players. They program it so it just attacks Chief. That's hysterical.
Oh, the moment of truth is almost here.
I gotta kill him. My thumb hurts. Kill him after this.
His foot is almost on the metal. It's on the metal.
Stinky leg.
Here we go. It's actually a better perspective because I can just watch it from the third person. There we go. He's falling into the pit. And now the moment of truth, gentlemen. Did we save Johnson by throwing him into the pit of doom?
Can you only kill him with a laser?
I think so.
Oh. He exploded.
What? I just spent an hour sticking my balls in your face. Kick his ass. Oh my gosh, the texture on his face looks so bad. Halo 3 looks good in retrospect, but the character skins, oh man.
If you're wearing a helmet, you look great. Otherwise, but is his body here? Wait, no. We won't see this area after this, will we?
Do not believe so.
Spoiler alert, sorry. Where did he put that? There was no slot in the back of his head, dude.
Did you know in this cutscene, if you go in third person, Master Chief steps direct... Oh, Johnson's not even there! But there's a dead Chief.
Is there?
And now Johnson's body slides off the map. He wasn't there though, so let's rewind this because doing this did take Johnson out of the normal cutscene. Now he's actually in two different parts of this. When Master Chief is standing by the switch, he is supposed to be immediately to his left, and hitting him off the edge eliminated him from the scene entirely. But there's another scene that's from the overhead perspective where there's two Johnsons, one near the switch and one where you take the laser off of him. And yes, in the normal variation of Halo 3, even when you don't hit him into a giant pit, there are two Sergeant Johnsons in this scene. Now the other body you see, of course, is Master Chief, and the reason it's there is because I died. Now this is the normal cutscene, and you can see Sergeant Johnson very clearly to the left of Master Chief. When it switches to the overhead, you then see two variations, like I said, one that slides off the platform near the switch, and the other one where he originally gave you the laser. So in conclusion, I think we technically saved Johnson, but there's two versions of him, so I'm not sure if it's the real Johnson or the clone Johnson.